Invincible.
Land mammal. Peregrine falcon is faster in the air, but cheetahs are the fastest land mammal. One of my favorite topics is ethology, which is the study of animal behavior. We're going to talk today a little bit about predators, predatory behavior, prey, and how they avoid being food. But they can't maintain that speed for a long distance, so they've got to have a pretty good idea of how close they are to that prey.
Well, you're going to have like more flamingos.
On our passenger side here, we have our greater flamingos. As you can imagine, that coloring doesn't help them very much to hide from predators, but what it does do is keep them cool in their habitat, which is the marshes in hot East Africa. Their best defense is that they stay together in large flocks of up to 1,000 birds. You can see them trying to prey on some insects there in the grass. They will shuffle their feet. Hopefully a little bug or vertebrae will come up and they'll grab it. They're typically filter feeders, so they will push their beak through the water and through the silt.
Look at this. Look at
so they are not able to outrun things like wild dogs. Wild dogs Typically, they course, which is they just run their prey. So we have a couple different antelope species on our driver's side.
Look at that!
I'm going to pull up so you can hopefully get a view of both of them. They get, the older they are. The two antelopes standing at the feeders, the one on the left is a female waterbuck, the one on the right is our male. This is a breeding herd. The way they defend themselves, we do feed them, but they do prefer to browse some of the trees as well. I'm going to go slow past the three that are laying down here. And then I'll stop near the ones that are standing at the feeder. So those three are laying down. You typically won't see giraffes laying down for too long, and especially not unless there's a few like these two here that are standing and keep a watch out for them. The one on the left, the darker one, is actually our male, Go On. He stands at about 18 feet tall. The female that he's with, he's doing something that we call mate guarding. So we do allow them to breed naturally, and he has chosen this female to be his mate for the time being. They don't mate for life. They do something that's called a loose association. So when she's in estrus, he will be able to smell that, and he will separate her from the other giraffe for breeding purposes. They also have those markings, are very good for hiding in the shade of the scrub brush or the woodland where they like to spend time. On the other side of this giraffe here, if we're lucky, this giraffe is going to maybe bend down and take a drink of water for us. Those dark colored animals with those big horns, those are Cape buffalo. Again, I say there's safety in numbers, and Cape buffalo stay together in large herds. They actually will defend themselves. They keep in a herd that someday they'll be able to be released back into their wild natural habitats. They stay together in small herds as well to protect themselves. They also have a wicked bite and kick. They will also defend themselves and their young. Up on the hill behind them, you might have a view of Dune. He is our dromedary camel. That's a roan antelope. They are another animal that will actually defend itself. With those large horns, they will turn and face a predator. They're a little bit too big for anything like this. You can see a few other roan antelope on the hill there, just at the edge, overlooking the valley, laying down, having a nap. On our passenger side, you can see behavior. These are female roan antelope over there under the tree across the water. They're doing a little bit of, we say, boxing. The way that they will typically defend their territory or defend themselves or prove who's the strongest is they will get down on their knees and they will clash horns. And the reason they do that is they don't actually want to really hurt each other. They just want to make sure that they can prove who's the stronger of the two or who's the more dominant.
Who is those ones?
And they are separate, female and male, because we are not actively breeding these roan at this time. There's some more roan here up at the feeder. As we drive out, you'll be able to see them. The pelicans in this habitat are Dalmatian, great white, and pink-back pelicans. But they have great sense of smell and great hearing. So whereas the southern white rhinos are a little bit more gregarious today. And then I'm not sure if you can see under the tree behind the Grevy zebra, those are greater kudu. And that's how they get away from predators. They jump really high in the air and run really fast. Right beyond those springbok is our largest antelope species. These are eland. You can see three little elands by that one on the left-hand side by that tree laying down. There's actually 4 babies out there. Something eland do that a lot of antelopes don't do is they'll usually leave an adult with the young ones. Looks like our Thompson's gazelle with a few of our impala are still sleeping under the tree on our passenger side. These large birds that you'll see along this little stream, these are East African crowned cranes. They have an interesting ability to fly up into the trees and perch, which is unusual for such large birds, but that's a way that they use to be able to escape from a predator. So it looks like we are in luck with some rhinos here. I'm going to pull forward, and when I stop, you'll be able to stand to get a great view. Now these are our southern white rhino.
Con. Chưa bắn ngừng lại, mình đứng lên mình quay.
Probably will have to stand. I'm going to pull forward because as it gets lower, you might have a little bit of a better view. But if you look underneath that one palm tree, there's two of them laying there. They look just like giant rocks. But they are our southern white rhinos.
Where is it?
They can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. They typically stay together in large crushes. They're very friendly with each other, very gregarious.
Oh, goodness me. Puppy!
Near that caravan that's driving down the hill, a little towards the front of the tram, we do have some of our giraffes. You can see them standing around. The one laying down next to that little enclosure by the rocks, that is our youngest giraffe. She's 4 months old.
Wait, which one, Mom?
I'm going to go slow so maybe all of you can get a nice view. Also, as we turn this corner off the front of the tram, lying underneath those trees on the grass, that's part of the crash of rhinos. It looks like there's 5 or 6 other rhinos up there on the hill you might have a view of.
Where? Oh. Mommy's gonna. Oh.
So I want to thank you all for joining.
Coming like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.